What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Invincible Chimmy Comics Review episodes. What is this? This will be 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Sorry we missed last week because
Tanner went to the beach and he didn't tell us.
I did go to the beach. I also thought about changing jobs, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay because I got a promotion. So let's talk about
Tanner's
Invincible.
Wage.
No,
Just kidding.
let's not do that. Let's not do that. My hot toys will come calling. Let's talk about episodes 4 and 5. Obviously, super excited to be talking about this because these, I feel like, were even better than the first 3
each
episodes.
episode for me has been getting better and
better and better and better, and it's
Yeah.
amazing, and I love it so much. And it's straight from the comics. There's a little bit that's expanded, which I love, but they're not doing anything radically different. Some stuff is sped up a little bit. Some stuff is happening earlier than it did in the comics, which I don't mind either. But
makes it fresh for people.
it makes it fresh who haven't read the comic, and it's introducing stuff that pays off down the road. Because in the comic, there's a lot of stuff that is hinted at or not hinted at all, and then Kirkman decided, I'm going to introduce this thing, and then. But now in the show, he's like, I'm going to hint that I'm going to introduce these things. So it's his chance to kind of change stuff up a little bit, kind of hint at where stuff's going, which I adore.
Like those aliens on Mars?
That's ripped straight from the comic, so no.
No.
That's straight from it. But it was a nice try. I do like those aliens from Mars.
I'm not talking about the Martians. I'm talking about the star ones.
I know.
And the one that shapeshifted.
Yeah, those play a big role later on. So let's just get into it. Let's. I guess we'll do what we think these 2 episodes ranked out of 10. Do y'all want to do individually or just want to do together?
I don't know.
Together, let's all.
Together, because they kind of blend, for me at least, because I haven't watched the other one in now 2 weeks. Both episodes for me are still that 9.8 or 10 even. These 2 episodes, yeah.
9.8, or I'm just going to go ahead and say it. For me, it's a 10. It's 10. I'm liking this.
Wyatt improved. Riley, are we still in the 8 span?
Sorry about your ears when he just cracked that.
It's alright. You gotta crack
I
open
give
a
it a
couple.
9. I like this.
It's improving for Riley. That's all we need.
Riley's really just in denial because
I'm not. I mean, like, there's still like some animation problems.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
The story itself is still very solid.
Oh yeah.
And it's intriguing, and it captures your attention, and it makes you look forward to the next episode every time. So
There's always something in the episode where my mouth is just like, yeah. And for the first episode, which, not the first episode, but episode 4, let's go ahead and look up the titles for these because I don't remember. But episode 4, let's just go ahead and go through our top moments in episode 4 at least. Mine was definitely Omni-Man confronting Damien Darkblood. This is episode 4, Neil Armstrong, Eat Your Heart Out, which is where Mark goes to space, visits the Martians, and then he has the little pink blobs, which they have names, but I don't remember what it is. They're face huggers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're face huggers from Alien. That's all they are. Or they're, what's the Starfish Man? Starro. Or they're Starro. Yeah. But the episode was really intriguing. We got to see Mark interacting with Amber more, and how being a superhero is putting a string on the relationship. That builds more to episode 5, which is taken right from the comics, so it's all pretty much going the same. But in the episode, my favorite part in the entire episode, besides the music, which we all adore, the soundtrack still, my favorite part of the episode was Omni-Man confronting Damien Darkblood, and then he just goes, "Fuck off, Darkblood."
Yeah. He says, "Go fuck yourself."
Go fuck yourself, Darkblood.
And he says it just so nonchalantly. Go fuck yourself, Darkblood. And it closes the door.
Exactly, and I feel like they both know that he did it. Mm-hmm. They both are very much aware that he is guilty, but David Darkblood can't prove it. And also, Omni-Man would probably just kill him if he did.
Damien is cool because he is like Rorschach from Watchmen in that he can't ignore it. Like, even though he knows that Cecil's working on it in the shadows, he can't stand idly by and do what Cecil asks, which is to lay off so we don't make Omni-Man suspicious. And
I don't know if y'all noticed this subtle thing they added in there, but like when he was talking to Darkblood, he was floating there, you know? He wasn't standing. And when he left, he just kind of floated out and the door slammed behind him. It felt very like ominous. Like,
oh yeah, because he's
like
flaunting.
I'm all powerful.
He's flaunting his power.
You don't want to F with me.
Yeah, like
I
he
love-
wouldn't even stand
yeah.
there.
No.
He was just floating
He
the
didn't
entire
deserve
time.
his presence.
And I'm loving what they're doing with Debbie.
Oh yeah.
Darkblood.
So this is new.
Yeah.
That's
This
one of the
did
things
not-
that's completely new. Debbie having any idea that it might be him who did it.
Okay.
That's completely new. Because in the comics, it's just she takes it insanely hard
Oh.
after finding out. So like she had no idea in the comics, but now it's kind
I
of.
kind of like this.
I do too. I'm wondering where it's
Yeah,
going to go.
Damien Darkblood meets with her in her house, like away from Omni-Man, and plants that seed and gets her suspicious. And she starts, like in episode 5, she does stuff like she says, "Hey, honey, can you go and get this, 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 and this," which is over in Europe. And she's done the math and everything. So she knows she has 20 minutes of him not being there, so she can search for his suit.
Yeah, and she eventually finds it, but that's near the end of the episode, right? Where Mark's hurt and everything. That's different too. By the way, I mean he does get hurt, but not like that in the comic.
And I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the lion dude, I'm guessing that was Omni-Man in a disguise.
No,
It wasn't?
no, that's a completely different character.
It is? What if they changed it in this?
They didn't.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Yeah, you
They
don't.
wouldn't.
They
do
wouldn't
that.
change
You wouldn't
that.
do that.
No, because that lion plays a very big role later.
I
on.
like him though. He is awesome.
Can I tell you his name? Because it doesn't. It's just like the comic. It doesn't tell you his name until much later on.
What's his name?
Battle Beast.
No, they said that.
Oh, did they?
They said
Okay,
it was
I didn't
Battle
ever heard
Beast.
him say
Yeah.
Battle Beast. But yeah, his name's Battle Beast, and he's fucking awesome. He just. And I like
wants
that
to
he
fight.
kills everyone. And then he's just like, "There's not even a challenge here. I was told there'd be a challenge," and then he walks
Isn't
out.
there a character like that in He-Man or something?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
But that's
He's
what
also
Battle
a
Beast
cat
does. He goes and
beast.
searches the
It's Beast
universe for
Man.
anyone that can take
Yeah.
him in a fight.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. And legit, he never loses. So he's just Battle Beast. He's insane. But yeah, I love the brutality of that fight too in episode 5. My God.
Yeah, that was huge. Because, I mean, I love how in Invincible, they don't make Mark super OP when he gets his powers. Like, he gets his ass handed to him quite a bit.
Well, we saw a little bit of it
Yeah.
with his anger thing.
Yeah, with his anger, he can flash
But he still
out.
got his ass kicked
But
by
yeah.
Battle Beast.
And I loved how the Guardians finally got their shit together.
Sort
the
of.
new ones. Well,
Sort
they
of.
did. They did.
They did. They got their ass kicked though.
Yeah.
Then Cecil comes in. He's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
I mean, they did work together.
Yeah.
Though, is what you're saying. But that was after
Didn't
they
several
fought.
Die?
Who?
Well, I don't think...
Two of them died.
One,
didn't they?
no, Monster Girl.
No,
we
they're
don't know
not
if she.
dead?
We don't know if she's dead.
No,
I'm pretty
right.
sure.
I don't think any of them.
I'm
died.
pretty
Maybe
sure.
Black Samson.
I'm pretty sure Black
I know
Samson's
Black Samson
dead.
looked like he was dead.
He might just be injured. I'm not sure.
No,
I don't remember the fate
he
of Black
ripped,
Samson.
He
in the
ripped off
comics,
his
if I'm being
hand
honest.
and then threw him on the ground like Omni-Man did
He's
to
just a
Dark
human, though.
Dark
That's a
Knight.
good
Yeah,
point.
he didn't have any powers. Like he exited his
That's true.
super suit to try and save
That's
Mark.
true. He very well might be dead.
He's probably dead.
There is a there.
Monster Girl's
So they did the
Monster,
cover again. where he
Monster
holds
Girl's
their two
monster
heads, but-
face was blown off. Like her skull was visible.
Yeah, but that was the monster.
Yeah,
version.
that was the monster version, and I mean, Robot is holding onto her and trying to resuscitate her at the end, but that's all we see, so we
I
don't
like-
know.
I like the auto-tune
she's
mob
good.
boss. That was
Oh,
fun.
Yeah.
Machine Head.
Machine Head.
Machine Head's cool.
I like that.
You ain't out.
Yeah, he like thinks ahead of everyone. He was like, "You were supposed to come here like 10 minutes ago," and then they thought he paid off the guy to be with a prostitute.
But nope.
Nope, he was actually working for
Titan.
old Titan. Did y'all
That
like
was
that
a
twist?
that was a huge twist. I did not see that coming. Like I thought he wants out. He's trying to protect his family. No, and because there's all those moments where he like doesn't kill the innocent people, and like he's like, here's some money. There's a place that'll keep you up after I burn down your house.
I'm telling
and
you,
shit like that.
Invincible is all about these shades of gray. No one like you. It's just like Walking Dead. You think you like a character, you think you're in love with them, you think they're the hero of everything, and then all of a sudden they're just a shitty person.
Yeah.
Which that happens in everyone's life. At one point, you were all the shitty person.
Everyone is equally shitty.
So, I mean, there's just morally gray areas of every character, pretty much. Except for old Art, the clothing man. He's just naturally good.
He's just
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
He becomes Hitler in a future season.
But everybody in the show is really cool. Did y'all like the Martian episode with the Martians and everything? Yeah. So, did y'all pick up the thing at the end where the astronaut...
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a Martian.
He's that Martian
right?
that got infected by one of the face huggers.
I couldn't remember. For some reason, when I watched the episode, I was like, is a face hugger on him or is he a Martian? And I was like, I think he's a Martian based on the comic, but I wasn't sure.
Because Martians can morph. But the whole thing with Martians morphing, they're supposed to be immune. So I'm wondering, how did this guy get infected?
Yeah, and I think...
So that's what that was when the flag moved around. He
got
it wrong.
He got it wrong, so he fixed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a Martian. Yeah, and he plays a little bit of a role later on, just for a bit.
I wonder, was he one of those aliens that infected him, or was he just a Martian?
He's just a Martian.
He's just a Martian.
He's just a Martian.
Okay.
He's just a Martian who escaped with them.
Okay.
And the human who he took the shape of is still on Mars.
And he's still going to get infected.
He was infected, and he kills all the Martians. Yeah. And that's where we see that huge wave of the
Was that planned by the Martian? Or he just escaped?
He just escaped.
Okay. He looked kind of malicious, like that was his plan
he just
or something.
escaped. He's not malicious.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's going to be basically the new Martian guy.
The new Martian Manhunter.
Basically, yeah. But just stretchy.
I loved how
he's basically just Martian Manhunter.
I loved how when Mark gets this mission to escort the first manned mission to Mars, and Cecil says, "Pack a lunch, kid," sarcastically, but he actually does. And he's sitting on the shuttle going to Mars. He opens up his helmet and gets out a bag sandwich, but he's in space, so it's frozen. He takes a bite and it just shatters, and he's like, "Pack a lunch, my ass." So he wasn't being serious.
That's from the comic too. I'm glad they kept that in. There's a lot of moments where I'm like, I hope this joke's in there, and then they do it, and I'm like, yes, hell yes. But I'm really, still really enjoying the show. Is there anything in these episodes that stood out to y'all, or anything you like? I know Riley loved the music, so
I just love the ending action scene for episode 5, especially after both Titan, Invincible is laid out, Monster Girl gets shattered, and
what about Cecil sending Damien Darkblood to hell?
Yeah, that happened.
That's not in the comics. So I appreciate it.
Grown up Bobby Hill, exercise.
And I love that there wasn't no big background for Damien Darkblood too. They were just like, okay, well, he's a demon from hell. He's a detective. And it's like, well, how do we get rid of him? Well, we're going to send him back to hell with this book. And they explain it 5 minutes.
Yeah,
he's like, we got a book.
Darkblood says that he destroyed the books and no one could exercise them. And then Cecil's like, yeah, I had some of my guys put it back together here. And then he just passes it to grown-up Bobby Hill, and he just reads reads it out and exercises him. So
he's like, don't worry, we just sent him back to hell. Yeah. He's like, isn't that worse?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and at the end, they got a sample of Mark's DNA, and they were testing it. The GDA is testing how to defeat Viltrumite cells.
And Robot's trying to clone Rex.
Yes.
So he can get a body.
Yes. Perhaps.
Mayhaps. We don't know.
Mayhaps. I keep wondering. So they're definitely saving the Omni-Man stuff for the end. They have to. Mm-hmm. And I guess they'd be saving the Immortal stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. So because they haven't shown anything else with that.
No. So I'm thinking that's where we're going, but we're only got 2 more episodes. So, right? Because this would be episode 5 is what we last.
Yeah. So episode 6, 7.
Okay,
8.
so we got 6, 7 now. So we have 3 more episodes. But I mean, even now we're like, we're already more than halfway, and I'm like, no, give me more. I just want to see what happens, even though I already know what happens.
Yeah.
Just because it's so fun to watch it live, or at least, or just see how they do everything, and it's been so good so far.
I'm glad they're changing enough to where
it's enjoyable for me.
You can enjoy it,
yeah. I mean, this is everything I've ever wanted. So
I love the scene before with the Guardians. They get back from a mission, and they're all like, "Yeah, let's have a beer," and Samson is like, "No. play back the fight and points out, Rex, Monster Girl, you two should have stopped this bus from crashing because there's 25 civilians in the hospital because you decided to fight instead, and pointing out all this stuff. And everyone except Rex, because he's Rex, is like, no, he's right. So
yeah.
And
Rex is
and
like, "Fuck
and
you."
again, after that final fight, where after everything and he died and Monster Girl got wounded, and they actually teamed up and kicked ass.
Somewhat.
Well, no, they did.
They killed everybody.
They killed everyone but Battle Beast.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive, I suppose.
Yeah.
I guess that's okay.
Tanner's trying to say, yeah, fuck the Guardians. I hate them so bad.
Yeah, who
That
needs
big
it?
living furnace was holding his insides.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
He's like,
I'm glad. So all those characters in the comics
yeah.
and stuff, but the guy with the pink circle thing that like shoots out stuff. I remember him being in the comics, and I was like, pink circle guy, because I have no idea who he is. I was like, he has like a tongue in his belly.
He has multiple tongues.
Yeah, they just like sling out. Which
They
I
act
just
like
think is an
tentacles.
awful power.
Yeah, it is. That's probably why he's a villain. I mean, how can you be a hero with that?
Oh my god. My god. Obviously, I'm excited. Is there any issues with the show that are still coming up? For me, it's still his
Invincible.
name. Yeah. I really love. And then it's just the logo.
Yeah. Man, I sure wish I was. Boom.
Like, they need something else.
Yeah. And that works in
I feel like-
comics. Doesn't really work in
The,
I
you
feel
remember
like
when
they'll
they're on
fix
the
it on the season 2, maybe.
yeah, when they're on Mount Everest and that climber gets to the top and he's like, "That's okay, I'm."
Yeah.
And then they throw blood at it.
Yeah.
And by the end of the season, that thing's just gonna be covered in blood.
Yeah, apparently.
It's gonna be awful, but I'm excited. I'm excited for next week. See what happens, because Mark's obviously in the hospital since he took the freaking
episode 5
axe
had
to the chest.
Episode 5 had a big focus on him and Amber.
Yeah.
Like there was multiple scenes about him being like he missed a dinner with Amber's mom, and her mom. That's pretty bad, and she's really much saying, "Hey, this is her last straw." And I thought Mark was gonna actually tell her that, "Hey, I'm kind of a superhero, so that's kind of why I can't be there all the time. I'm very busy saving the world and stuff." But he chickened out.
Yeah, I feel like they might save more of the Mark and Amber stuff for season 2. I feel like at the end of the season, with the Omni-Man stuff, then we'll get this season 2 is where that will start with the ramifications.
Would she
of
find out
Omni-Man
he's
and stuff.
invincible now that he's in the hospital real bad, or is he just gonna lie about that too?
You'll find out, because that's different.
Okay.
So I don't know when they'll do that necessarily. So, but I do know that him being in the hospital this early in the series, it wasn't in the comic. I will say that. He wasn't in the hospital with like really bad injuries till later, or with what's Cecil's group called?
GDA.
The GDA.
The
He's not with the GDA. So
Also, there is one other spot. So, in episode 4, Omni-Man decides to take Debbie on a vacation, on a date night or something around the world.
oh, that dragon maiden appearance.
Yeah,
The dragon I was talking about.
The dragon shows up and it's burning down Italy, and Omni-Man is just like, they think it's me who killed the Guardians, and I just need you to trust me, Debbie. And she's like, but there's a dragon right behind you. It's wrecking everything. I need you to trust me, Debbie. Okay, I trust you. And he's like, that. I'm so glad to hear you say that. Well, okay, now go do something about the dragon. No, I'm on vacation with my beautiful wife. Let Cecil earn his paycheck.
Yeah, let Cecil earn his paycheck.
Two fighter jets fly by and blast it with missiles.
Let Cecil earn his paycheck. Yeah. That's my favorite line. It's just because it's like, he can do it. It'll be fine.
J.K. Simmons' performance as Omni-Man is pretty damn good.
Well, it shows his lack of care for anyone else right now. So he has no care for anyone else on Earth.
Yeah, Omni-Man wants pictures of Mark saving the planet.
Yeah, he's just like, I want my son to do well, and I want my wife, and that's it. I don't give a shit about no one else.
Mm-hmm. He's more similar to Homelander than he is Superman.
Yeah.
It's kind of. Except he's actually powerful and like does a good job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Unlike Homelander, who just kind of is there.
Homelander's powerful.
He's more publicity based, though. I don't think Omni-Man really cares about his image.
No. And Homelander definitely doesn't care as much about collateral damage, like that scene in the plane.
I'll laser you.
I love that meme with Homelander and it's DC. It's like Warner Brothers and they're like, release the Snyderverse. Get back. give us the A haircut. And then it's like, get back, I will cancel every single one of you. That's great. Well, we will be back, I suppose, unless we have any more thoughts. Otherwise, we will be back with episode 6 of Invincible. I haven't watched a trailer for this episode.
Return of the Jedi.
Maybe it is Return of the Jedi. Mark with a lightsaber. No, I'm excited for next week's episode, though. Excited to see where they go next. So, very interested. So, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next time.
Like and subscribe.